Nillo stared blankly at the statue of Rubens, his mind seemingly wandering to his mother. This was noticed by Mr. Rand, a well-known local artist. Seeing Nillo gazing at the statue, Mr. Rand was curious. He thought, if Rubens were alive, he'd be thrilled by these young eyes. Mr. Rand shared with Nillo the legendary tales of Rubens, a superstar in the art world, full of passion. But the most important thing was Rubens' enthusiasm and curiosity for everything in life. Outside the church, Rand met Steens, another star in the art world. However, compared to Rand, Steens seemed flustered, taking the mayor's son to see Rubens' paintings. Entering the church requires a fee, so Steens invited Rand and Nillo along, while Nillo cautiously hid behind a column like a little adventurer. Just as the priest was about to pull back the curtain, Patch drove in with the truck, a surprise no one asked for. He even knocked over the donation box, causing the priest to turn red with anger, wrongly accusing Nillo of being a thief, who quickly took off with Patch. More trouble arose. Before Nillo and Patch could recover, they met Patch's drunk former owner, who had his sights set on Patch. The man threatened Nillo, sliced Patch's collar, then William stepped in. The man swung his dagger around wildly, only to be knocked down by Mr. Rand with a brick, tumbling onto a stool, angrily picking up a nearby knife. Just as he was about to attack Rand, Patch pounced, thus ending the street drama, with Rand safely taking Nillo and Patch back home. Nillo was captivated by a stunning self-portrait and thought of a brilliant idea to tell Rand he had also painted one for his friend. He asked Rand for his review, but when Rand saw the painting, he couldn't believe it. This poor little boy could paint with such finesse. Though Nillo's skills still needed some polishing, he begged Rand to be his mentor, who gladly agreed, though he had to frolic in Rome for a bit first. Rand, unsure of his return, told Nillo to study alone while he hunted for inspiration. Nillo declared, "Learning is my superconfidence." Rand's explanation made Nillo feel like he had struck gold, like the world was brimming with endless possibilities. "Nillo, you are truly an extraordinary artist, and I am filled with deep admiration and incredible pride." Rand was in awe of his talent and thought Nillo could start oil painting, so he gifted him some brushes and paint. Rand also showed him some color mixing tricks, then recalled something fun every Christmas. The church held a Rubens painting contest. Winning the contest would earn 1,000 francs and a ticket to art school. Rand encouraged Nillo to definitely participate, and he eagerly agreed. On the way home, Nillo bumped into a wall and immediately shared this explosive news with her. It was certainly exciting. Nillo and a wallfather had a rocky relationship, yet a wall firmly believed Nillo could bring her happiness. They still managed to meet secretly. That night, they snuck into a circus with Patch. It was like an adventure. While Alwa was mesmerized by the scene, Nillo, on a whim, suddenly pulled out his sketch pad, and this action unexpectedly caught the eye of a female fortune-teller. She waved sincerely, inspected palms, saying, "Oh dear, stars separated. Your hearts are connected. You've known each other before. In this lifetime, you are destined to discover genuine and enduring happiness." Finally, the fortune-teller pulled out a ring. Nillo understood, gently placing it on a ring finger, and they celebrated. Before they knew it, they all drifted off to sleep. Even Patch found a sense of belonging. The next morning, Alwa's father hurried to find them, and Nillo explained he just wanted to paint a portrait of Alwa. But her father scolded Nillo, calling him irresponsible, and carelessly tossed Nillo's painting aside. Then he took Alwa away with a buzzkill. As she left, Alwa picked up the painting, as if holding onto a glimmer of hope. On the way home, Nillo regretted not accepting that pen, but knew he couldn't sell that painting. He firmly believed one day Alwa's portrait would be worth it. Alwa looked at the portrait, tears streaming down her face as she felt the weight of loss. Her mother promised to talk to her father, thinking he was a bit harsh. After all, Nillo had always been like a brother to Alwa, a diligent child. Soon after, Alwa's birthday came, and Grandpa had a special gift. Nillo said he wouldn't attend, and Grandpa comforted him. Even though Alwa's father was dominant, he was actually a good guy at heart. He just wanted his daughter to have it good, and there were ranks among people one day, while all returned to God and realized it was all just that night. Nillo quietly made his way to a house, climbing up the ladder to her window, delivering the doll from Grandpa and even kissing his princess. Little did he know this would bring trouble. A war granary burst into flames at midnight. Everyone rushed to put out the fire. Even Nillo's grandfather woke up to the calls for help, desperately trying to assist despite being out of breath. But being older took its toll. Even the well pump had him wheezing. After a whole night's effort, Aloy's granary still lay in ruins. Luckily, the flames didn't spread to Aloy's father's friend, Nillo's landlord next door. He suspected a planned revenge pointing at Nillo. Initially, her father didn't think anyone set fire, but upon knowing Nillo visited, Aloy's father began to believe that Nillo was acting out of spite because he wouldn't let him seal war. Angrily snatching the doll from his daughters, he smashed the doll to the ground, and despite Nillo's desperate explanations, no one wanted to believe him. After that, few in town bought milk from Nillo, as their landlord saw his business. Now, only William was still supporting Nillo's business. After the fire, Nillo's grandfather's health declined rapidly until he sadly passed